we had. And this is the album I've been asking for a while, but it's finally coming out. And I hope you guys like it. Thank you.
Track number 1, Chances.
We never got the chance to say goodbye. We never got the chance to hold each other one last.
First of all, tell us about the song, and then I'm curious, just for my own reasons, why you picked that one to introduce your album.
Chances was a freestyle. We had the guitars in studio. That's what we had the song when we were starting this. I got into the booth, all my headphones, spoke into the mic for like 20 seconds. And I was like, that's as much as I can do. Called Tugi, I was like, do your thing. So we sent it to Tugi. This was 2023 in like May. She sent it to me when I was going for Mandamano 2024. As I was leaving, Tugi sends me and tells me I finished a song. Like, which song? And then she sent me a song. I was like, shit. I got picked to be the starter. It's a 1 minute song, right?
Track number 2, All Night Long, Stroke Over.
Na joke on a shukli is fine, but I wanna be involved in your life. Usiniache peke yangu tonight. Usiniache peke yangu all night.
All night long, all night long. Alright, so when I was growing up as a child, I was raised in Nairobi, but there's bits of pieces of my childhood where I was raised in Arusha, Tanzania. Oh, wow. Right? So 2024, I got the chance to go back. I felt like it felt right to have a few songs recorded there from the album. So when we went back, I recorded an entire song called Over, right? But I wasn't feeling it that much. So I sent his the beat and I told him, cook something. This is what I had in mind, but you do whatever you want to do and we'll see how it goes. So he created All Night Long, which was a standalone song, right? So we cut off his second verse, put my second verse, we kept his chorus and first verse, and then the chorus was that over part. And then we put it together and we got the song All Night Long, Stroke Over. It's 2 songs in one. That's why there's that clash. Yeah.
Track number 3, Better.
No one does it better than you do. No one does it better than you do. And you do it better than you do.
That's been a week for a couple more. Top one.
That's hilarious.
When I first got the song, because actually you sent me a whole, like the entire album back. So he sent me, I think 10 different songs, and he was just like, you go crazy because I know you're a writer. So I literally sat down and I wrote Better, like literally through one thing. I was on a Buddha actually. So I was stuck in traffic and I needed to get home. So I was on a Buddha listening to the song and I was just writing like the lyrics. So I wrote this and then one of the other songs on the album, it's called Whatever Say That. So I wrote them both in the same day. And I recorded Better. I was sick actually. I'm telling you I was sick, so I recorded it at my house. I recorded pretty much the entire song. Sent him like the first draft and he was like, yo, this is tough. Can I release this like next month? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Track number 4, By My Side.
Have my body and my heart. More you love and fill your cup. We could be consumed by desire.
Yeah, we were just messing around with the equipment there, cooking the beat. Like, this thing's it's actually fine. He was on like the drums. Me, I was just messing around with like the keyboard. Then he started programming the drums and everything. Then the guy who owns the studio, Dave, they were like, you guys come play something. Then he starts playing some crazy riff and we're like, yo, like Dave, like he's on the song with 100%.
We had so much fun. We booked 2 hours. It was to be 2 to 4. We were leaving dates at 7. But he couldn't even get an Uber home. So he freestyled most of this off the bat. I still have the demos. One day I'll play them and leak them somewhere. But he freestyled it. He also freestyled the outro, which now has become like a little.
Musyimi on the beat, Musyimi on the beat. Make it up, make them know we got the heat. Mess it up, then you put it on repeat.
Track number 5, Low Key, featuring Suma.
Sample that song, so that vibe. So I just took the chorus, made it a little male to sing, and then sang low key. That time too, I'd always wanted a little singer rapper combination. So Suma, I sent it to Suma. Suma had never had my verse, had never had the chorus, knew what it was about though. So he sent me, he was hearing the full song when I was sending it back to him, right? But they worked together, and that's how Loki came.
Track number 6, Whatever, Say That.
And I think I'm a storyteller by origin. So for me, I really wanted to write something that was a story, like straight from the beginning to the end. That's why like the beginning is, I still got your photos on my phone. The end is, I'm deleting your photos from my phone. So I wanted something that was very much a story. With this song, I actually freestyled most of it. So it was just like getting on the mic and just kind of like singing, because I'm like a singer is basically what I do. So making all that, I remember I did it one take. So the entire of the second verse is all one take, like from the beginning of the second verse to the end. And I finished that, mixed it, and then I sent it back to Musyimi. And he was like, I don't even know what more to add to this song. Because I didn't even think about, because I thought that he was sending me the song for me to have the song. So I didn't even like fully clock that it was for the album. So when I sent it back to him, I had the opportunity to have the only solo song on this entire album. So I was very like proud to be that. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of emotions that I was dealing with at the time, but I just wanted to tell a very authentic story with the song, and that's how Whatever, Say That was born.
Track number 7, Inshallah.
Wow. Inshallah is why this album was delayed this long. Don't say that. Inshallah is why this album did not release in December, did not release in January or April. Inshallah is exactly why. Now, Inshallah, this is a song you hear all of us yearning on. This is a song I wrote after. I was in that headspace mentally. I was yearning for someone. My busy me go, right? And I got a chance to be with him in studio. We made this beat, so I had it. When I was with Nasudu, we talked, we yapped. I told him, I have a song I would wanna write, and I wanna do it in Swahili, but I'm not that good with Swahili. So why don't we do it together? So he helped me, we penned it down. The next day we were in studio recording it already. Then I kept the demo. The demo was supposed to go to Kinoti first, but it was December. Kinoti was performing every single week. So it was rehearsal, performing. That didn't work out. I called Shad one day and I was like, hey, niko na ngoma na inakaa and I want the album to get out. Shad asked me, why don't we have a song together? I was like, oh, okay, sorry. So Shad sent it back to me one day when I was in class. I left class, I sent the files all to Victor, and we had it ready in about a month.
I think I can explain myself. I'm sorry about all this. I'm sorry for delaying the album for you guys. I think this song sounds like this because it took a lot of time and intention to create. So nothing in the song is by mistake. The song started with me and him. And genuinely when we started the beat, it was just a beat, right? Like, let's make some beats. And I don't like making beats like that. So it went to Nasib. You guys had the meeting, and then Nasib and I had a meeting after. And I think that's where I understood the vision of the song. And once I understood we had the Inshallah part. And there's a way that made me feel, and I was like, I want whoever listens to this song to feel that, whatever that sounds like. So it took me months to go find samples, guitars, to play out what I wanted to play. I would just sit and listen to the song every day. And then we gave the song away. Things happened. that necessitated me getting the song back and having to redo the rest of the whole song. So that redoing is why the album was delayed. My apologies. I hope you guys are happy with the product.
Track number 8, Letter of Alone.
And I know sometimes I've been slipping and falling, and I know what you're feeling in your heart. And sometimes we blame it on slipping and falling, but then we get it right back. Maybe
Before my sister got married, she got married last year. Right? So
God damn it.
the day after she got married is when he was writing this song. Yeah, I don't think I've ever written a sadder song myself. I come from one hell of a time to be a live experience with someone, and yeah. So I hummed the melody straight through my phone, the entire beat, and that's what I used to make the song. And yeah, but that's the only song I have solo start to finish, and I was glad I could do it with them.
Track number 9, Eastside Baby.
Moving with my niggas and the drip too wavy. Got no time for hoes and now I got my lady. Eastside nigga from the east side, baby. Eastside nigga from
I think making the song was, I didn't even know this guy makes music, man. I didn't know he raps or sings or anything. He's been sending me beats for a while, and that time he was going by the name Ricochet Baby when he sent me the beat, I believe, actually. So I was working on a project, and I think the time I made the song, I had just done a show called East vs West, and the concept of the show is basically like, so the east side of Nairobi versus the west side of Nairobi, and I actually come from the west side of Nairobi, but the idea...
No, I literally just told him that to song. I was like,
yeah, I come from the west side of Nairobi, but then the idea of the song was kind of like, we're in East Africa, and I'm not trying to live Nairobi, I'm trying to live Africa, or like rather Kenya rather. So the idea was that, but it's just a fun song, man. There's nothing deep in that song. I genuinely feel like listening to the rest of the project, like the chap with Barry and Titola and the chap with Shad, those are some crazy ones. Even the first Telani one is ridiculous, man. I feel like those are some crazy songs. So when I listen to something, and I make this like with jokes, like I make it like no, it's just it's you know, but I got August. August is a producer as well. He's on does my mixing and mastering. So we did it. Maybe I recorded night, so I was recording. Probably this was maybe like the 4th or 5th song I did that night. That's why I sound so tired. And then I was like, yo, this is fire. And I sent it to him on some, what do you think? Then he put it on. So, man, thank you. This is maybe 2 years old, actually. But I'm happy you like it enough to put it on positive with such amazing songs.
Track number 10, Maria.
I'm going to take a picture.
Tuambie.
Maria came from a... Now, at least the story part of it came from a good night out with these guys. One day, no, just things happen. You go out, things happen, right? So, the next week, I called Victor and Vinny and told them I want to see you guys in studio. First of all, I'm a big fan of compa. So I was, first and foremost, we're making a compa song. When he started playing the keys, he asked me what kind of compa song I was trying to make. Is it a love song, a happy compa song, a sensual song? Somehow, some way it became sensual. So
Definitely, this is the most outrageous song I've ever written. This is also going to be the most outrageous song I've ever released. But everything worked. Everything worked. That day we were in really good flow state.
I think you're missing a part of the story there.
Now, there was also supposed to be some artist on this song, but then things happened. So that time we were supposed to have EXO on the song, but things happened. He suggested to have Vinny on the song instead. So Vinny gave me a verse. Vinny gave me a really good verse. A verse and a half. First time I was playing it, I was next to my dad. So it was a bit awkward, but what a song. Genuinely, what a song. Also, I haven't made club bangers before. This and the next song you hear, if you ever find them playing in a club, we did our best.
Yeah, and also just before we move on, I think Vinny's not here to speak for himself, but I'll speak on his behalf. If you ever get the chance as an artist to work with Vinny, get in the studio with Vinny ASAP. I think he's one of the most gifted people. He's above average at everything it takes to be an artist. And so when you're in that environment with him, he brings the best out of you, right? This is one of the easiest sessions I've ever had in my life. He was 30 minutes we were done with the beat, right? Then I was helping you write, right? Then we helped him write. This is the first time I ever left a studio with the whole song done and being like, let's just go mix and master. And that usually tends to happen when I'm working with Vinny, and that's why I suggested Vinny for the feature. So yeah, if you do get the opportunity, find Big Vinny, man. One of the baddest.
Big Vinny is also part of a boy band. They're called Jadi. And the early stages, Jadi was Vinny, Keithan, and an artist called Don. So the three of them formed Jadi. Now they're not really a band, but he's now starting his own solo career.
Also, he's a producer. I think that's most important to learn. So you can go there just as an artist by yourself and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Track number 11, Monumental.
Go make paper for your generation. Monumental.
Juzi wametuletea buku hapa.
Monumental.
Hapa nyuma yangu walituangushia simiti. Leo naona ndio imeingia.
Minister of Enjoyment, explain to us this song and how it came about. Why it sounds so different from all of the rest of the songs. That's always been my question about this song.
So when we're producing for my Ricochet album High Rate, that's when we produced the beat to this song. That was in 2023, right? So fast forward 2 years later, 2025, I joined campus, right? We got along, called me his school best friend. Eventually, we found ourselves having the Usani conversation. We see each other every single day and we don't have a song. Rather. So I told him about the album. He told me, oh yeah, shit, I would love to do a song with you. The guy who recorded our vocals is called Villain. We also met in school. We went to the studio at his house. That's where we wrote the song. He wrote everything. As most of you know, I'm not a rapper. That's how Mwendwa came to be. Track number 12,
Remember
Drive
back as a
Safe.
kid, me and bro used to ride them bikes. Tulikuwa kwa streets tukidhani ni flight. Now very soon nitakuwa pale majuu nikishow msupa mzungu madoba za 4M but damn, me I really miss the days when I would come up to your place and you'd kiss my face. Na tungefika hadi room cause we need some space. Said she needed help with homework, she just missed my taste. Damn, so many losses but us a ton of profits. Ninajua warazi wanadhani that they got it 2025. Nisikukute ukismile ukisema vipi bro.
I think that was the best album.
That was the best album. Hands down. That was the best album. Our song came about. Drive Safe never crossed my path until when I was closing the album. We were trying to make a song with Sage. I told him I had a project and of all the people I wanted on it had to be him, right? He was my producer when I was starting out, when I couldn't produce. He was the one doing everything except writing and singing for me. So that's my boy. We had a song before this one. It was a dancehall song. It was supposed to be chart number 11 when Evento was supposed to close the album. But recording it, Sage was in the final year of high school. So it found him at a place where he couldn't quite record his reading for his finals, right? So I told him, hey, check, we are supposed to finish the album in December. But, so give me a song. When it starts, you hear him saying Happy New Year. This album was dead as supposed to drop in January. It did drop in January. So we still kept it sharp because it's a tough track. The first time I heard it, I was like, yeah, that's a closer. That's the closer. Put it on there and slapped his name on it. Yeah, that's how we got to Drive Safe. And he was talking his shit.
Okay.
He was talking his shit. Yeah. When it was releasing, it's the same I found out it was not Sage's beat when I had already pitched it for distribution. So it's a Jack Harlow beat, like Jack Harlow the rapper. He posted a snippet on Gram. He just yanked off the vocals and then spat his own.
Professional deepery.
You did your big one. You did the biggest one.
We also tried our best to not have a filler song. Like every song, if it's released as a single, would be a banger off the bat. So it took 3 years to make the entire album, start to finish. I met some people along the way. Some guys were really there before we started the project. Shout out to Barry. Shout out to Jano. I met Talani in the project. I met Tabilda in the project. Suma as well. Yeah. But honestly, it's been a lovely, lovely experience making this album. There's been so many crash outs. Too many crash outs. It's a producer somewhere misbehaving. It's an artist somewhere who's not giving me a verse on time. But it was genuinely one of the best experiences I've had. Also, to do this at the age of 19, I don't take it for granted. It's definitely something crazy to do. Being that the industry does not take it lightly. Most of the time, you're just there to get exploited. They don't give you a chance because you're a kid, right? But somehow, the few people I worked with overlooked that and so beyond that. So, this is the album we made for you guys. This is the album releasing on 29. Finally.
Oh, that's the last
one. Oh, I also want to say, like, this is my first time seeing you feel that, like, so good on that song and perfect.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, that was my favorite song to work on. And hectic, but it's love. Also challenged. I'd never worked with live guitars before. That was my first time as a producer. So it was lovely to do that. There's no balance.
Talk about it.
Yes, I might be still keeping my grades up. Yes. These times, there's times you feel like your head is going to blow. You have a deadline you haven't met. Genesis will text me one day on a Monday morning. He's like, hey, I'm in studio. Send me something real quick. I have a class in 30 minutes. So I have to sit down, cook up something, send it to Jeno before I go to class, right? So,
And he always does. He's really good.
You get to the best I do is when it's the last 3 weeks of school, I will do a very good lock-in. For those 3 weeks, I won't touch music shit. Even if Jeno texts me, I will reply in 3 weeks. And that's how I keep the balance. But sometimes there's just times you'll find yourself and the balance won't be there. But when I'm on holiday, there's no school shit I'm touching. Trust and believe. There's just straight music. That's how we finished the album in April when we went on holiday. Yeah, it was. That's the balance. Barely exists, but sometimes it's there. I think that's it. Is there anything else really? No. We'll definitely do that. If we can get a chance to also perform this live, start to finish, with a live band, I would absolutely adore that chance. What am I thinking towards? Honestly, as a producer artist career, I wouldn't say I want to be a fully artist, fully producer, but I feel like I produced for a while and I'm comfortable with letting Victor do that work and just me becoming an artist. But this times, yeah, I'll cook up something. I'll be like, this is too tough. Let me send it to someone or maybe make something out of it. But yeah, I think I'll be an artist for some time.
Yeah, it's love to hear it.
Yeah. I feel like we all agree Inshallah is a radio song.
Yeah.
Like, Inshallah is the radio song, the obvious choice to shoot a video for. That's the one I would start with. That being said, we have thought about shooting one for By My Side, but someone left the country. Someone left the country before we succeeded. There was that, and then rest in peace to the great Tilu. But Tilu did a video for Genesis that I would love to recreate. It's called Nights Like These. Honestly, also what a song. Producer Deadly. Go listen to it when you can. Nights Like This is most played Genesis song ever. Yeah, so that's also something I would want to try. That's something I'd shoot for. We're dropping a visualizer for Drive Safe. So just shooting that as we speak. Yeah. Tugi, we also have talked about shooting a visualizer for that track. Guys also like All Night Long. So maybe. But as for now, Inshallah is the most obvious choice. Yeah. But ideally, right? So I had like 15 covers of me as a kid. I sent it out to her. She picked the album cover, right? So when we got that one, it felt like a little passport kind of situation. So when I thought about the rollout, I was like, how can I do that with the rest of the artists? So everyone sent me a little picture of themselves as a kid. It was honestly, aww. And some kids don't look like themselves right now. That is very targeted to Suma. But yeah, we made a little with the kids. We rolled it out in January. It was supposed to be a rollout and then the album drops in January. That didn't happen. But guys knew there was a project coming from January, right? So that's how we picked that. And Shad apparently doesn't have a picture as a child.
Yeah, the rumors won't tell us.
Oh, hell no. Not like that. I like... Chill. Wait. I just meant that, like, I liked, like, the perspective. And I just hate how, especially, like, with modern day dating, people are always kind of, especially girls, always, like, forced to be, like, oh, nonchalant, like, don't chase. I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna chase.
Here.
That was the vibe.
Love to hear it. Final question.
Oh, we answered that one.
That's already been answered, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Right. So you're 19 now. You're doing things other 19-year-olds haven't done. Eventually you'll get to 22, 24, 25. And in each of those steps, you'll have done things that nobody at that time would have done. I want you to keep in mind the weight of your work. Not understanding that it's bigger than you now. The fact that we're all sitting here now, we're all part of this. Some artists here are part of this. As a producer, we're part of this. And now when people listen to this, they'll be like, God damn, there was that kid who did this one thing before. Now when I want to do something, I'm going to do it like that. And if you know that from the beginning, you function accordingly. You understand that this is going to be seen by other people, taken into other people's account in terms of inspiration, etc., etc. And you have to be intentional about that off the top. I think this is a great example of you doing that. And so, please, more of this. And more of this too. This listening party. I don't think I've ever been a part of this. Has anyone been a part of something like this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So, right. Okay. So the minority of us who are industry, people or been here for a while have been. But for the most of us, this is also new for us. So just keep innovating, keep finding new things, new ways to do what it is that you're doing. I think you'll be fine.
You stand up and get the boy out.
Niligive in Cambion, my back cropped off. Somebody stop. But I am insanely grateful to each and every one of you. You guys are pushed. There's days I wasn't seeing this album ever releasing. These days I wanted to release every song as a single because things were not happening, things were not working. But you guys pushed. And I am grateful. You guys made me want to be a better version of myself, better artist, better writer, better friend. I've grown so much with everyone in this room and I'm insanely grateful. So there's a few people in this room I might not exactly have premeditated this for because I didn't know they were coming, but I wrote a letter for everyone. Every single person who was on that list. I sat up, it was 3 a.m. last night, and I was like, yeah, I feel like I want to write little something for you. Did Irene leave? Yeah, okay. This is to Peter, Tilani, my superstar. Yeah, Calvin. Yes. Danny got a ticket last night. We're supposed to have 18 tickets. Danny texts me and tells me I don't have a ticket. Danny, I appreciate you being here. This is to Jane. This is my favorite cousin, by the way. Yeah. He's another cousin.
Stop.
This is to John Keith. This is to Laura. Thank you. You're welcome. This is to Harold. This is to Ashley. This is to Tipilda.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Tender home. This is to Esther. This is to producer number 1. This is to Barry. This is to Shirley. This is to Vanya. This is to Razmatav. This is to Bezalo. This is to Karugi. This is to Jeno. This is to Carl. This is to Naomi. I promise. Jalani didn't tell me nothing. But yeah, you'll read that when you can. But I can't say thank you enough for each and every one of you being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You had a lovely night. Enjoyed the album. And to many more nights like these. Amen.
Because life is only sweet
Life only gets
when there's nights like these.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you to each and one of you for being here. That's it for me.